Hello students, I Shravan Potele, TGT English from KV Balaghat, welcome you in KVS RO Jabalpur online classes for class 8. I am going to deal up the first chapter from supplementary reader in English, and the title of the chapter is How the Camel Got His Hump. The author's name is Rudyard Kipling. This story is a fable. A fable is a short story typically with animals as characters conveying a moral. This particular story is a fable because it has animals as characters, and at the end of the story we get a moral lesson. In this story the characters are a horse, ox, dog, man, jinn and camel. The story How the Camel Got His Hump is a humorous fictional story by the famous author Rudyard Kipling. The story sets in the past when the world was new and the animals had just started to work for humans. It means man had just started taming the animals for its domestic use and had started using animals to do the daily work in the surrounding. All the animals who had started working for the man, but one particular animal had not started working for the man. That animal was a camel who was living alone in the middle of the howling desert and was doing no work. At that time, camel did not have a hump on its back, as you can see in the picture. Okay, there was no hump on the back of the camel. Now dear students, let me tell you, this hump actually works as a reservoir of fat tissues for the animal, for the camel. When in the desert the food is scarce and the water is limited, the camel can survive for many days without eating or without drinking on consuming the fat stored in the hump. When the fat is consumed, the hump becomes limp. Okay, here this important part of camel's body, how did it come to exist? We are going to talk about in a very humorous fashion. So let's begin. At the beginning, when all the animals had started working for the human being, when the world was new, the writer says that all the animals started working for the man on Monday, and for the last 3 days the animals had been working continuously for the man. It was Thursday now, and for the last 3 days the camel did not even start his work. The three animals that you can see in the picture, dog, a horse and the ox, had been working for the man, and camel was all alone in the middle of the howling desert. What happens next? When the horse went with a saddle on its back to trot or to walk, he saw the camel sitting comfortably in the desert. The horse asked the camel to come out of the desert and start walking like him for the man. Man had started using horse to go for a long distance. Okay, the way horses walk, that walk is called trot. So the horse asked the camel to trot like them, but the camel was lazy and he just used to say hump. So when the horse called the camel to come out of the desert and trot like him, as his habit was, the camel replied saying hump. After this, here we can find the meaning of the word saddle. Here saddle is a seat which raised with a raised ridge fasten on the back of the horse for riding. This particular red colored seat is called saddle. After the horse, a dog came with a stick in his mouth. Now dear students, you can be asked the question, what tasks were assigned to the three animals? Okay, so the dog was asked to find sticks and carry to the man. Here the dog who was doing the work for the man saw the camel. He also requested the camel to come out of the desert and start working, start finding the sticks and carry them for the man. But as his habit was, the camel said hump. After two animals, the third animal, an ox came with a yoke on its neck. He also saw the camel chewing the cud and smiling at him. The ox suggested the camel to go out of the howling desert and work on the farm like him. But once again, the answer from the camel was very same. He says in his usual tone, hump. Here, yoke means, you can see the picture as well. Okay, a wooden cross piece that is fastened over the neck of two animals to keep them together. That particular wooden cross piece is called yoke. Now, all the three animals had requested the camel to come out and join them to serve the man, to do the duties of man. Okay, but the camel did not come out and he did not start working for the man and just said hump. Here dear students, let me tell you the difference between the spelling of hump. Here it is HUMPH. It is old English word. Okay, now it is the spelling is HUMP. There, after getting the reaction, the same reaction from the camel, the three animals, that the horse, dog and the ox, went to the man, to their master, after the day's work was over, and they complained to the man that there had been an animal in the middle of the desert who had not done any piece of work since Monday. So they requested the man to take that animal with long neck and long legs to task and assign some work like them. They were expecting that their master, the man, would do something, but to their surprise, the man replied saying, hump will not work. Since the camel had not come, you three will have to compensate for the loss of work. Here, the three animals were thoroughly disappointed with the reply from their master. He had asked the three animals to double their work to compensate with the loss of work due to laziness of the camel. Here, the word compensate means to provide something good to balance the loss. I would like to give example of the sentence. This is the verb. Okay, Kendriya Vidyalayas are running online classes to compensate with the loss of academic studies due to the spread of novel coronavirus. So likewise we can use the word compensate in our sentences. So compensate means to provide something good to balance the loss. So here the three animals complained to man, but there was no use of that. So because they got disappointed with their master. After being asked to double their work to compensate the laziness of the camel, the three animals became very sad and very angry on the camel, because the camel was not working at all, and therefore the extra work was assigned to the three animals. So because of the camel, the three animals were assigned extra work, and that made them very very angry, and they decided to do something. They held a panchayat at the border of the desert. Here the word edge means the border. They believed that the man, their master, was biased towards the camel. This was a firm belief from three animals, because what did they do? They actually requested the man to take that animal to the task and assign some work. But the man said that the camel would not work, so you need to double the work. Here panchayat means meeting. So the animals decided to held a meeting at the border of the desert. When the three animals assembled at the border of the desert and were discussing about the problem, the camel came chewing cud and laughing at them and said, "Hum," and went away. Cud means partly digested food, means that camel was chewing the partly digested food and came and laughed by seeing the three animals very sad and angry, and went away by saying hum, as his habit was to say it. Presently the jinn who was in charge of all desert came rolling in the dust of cloud. Okay, presently means after a short time, after some time. So the jinn who was in charge of all deserts, actually he came and asked the three animals, what is the problem? The horse said, "Oh, jinn of all desert, is it right for anyone to be idle?" The jinn replied, "Certainly not." Here idle means lazy person. So the horse wanted to know, or he is complained to the jinn that somebody is very lazy, and because of him we are actually suffering a lot. Jinn also said that certainly it is not good for anyone to be very very lazy. The horse continued his complaint, saying that, "Well, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with long neck and long legs, and he has not done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot." Dear students, look at the dialogue carefully, and look at there how the horse had described that animal without taking the name. What did he say? With long neck and long legs. Because of the description, the jinn actually came to know that the three animals were not complaining about anything, they were complaining about the camel. Okay, then that's what the genie replied, saying that, "Ooh, that's my camel. What does he say about it?" Okay, means he very easily he could identify, he could understand that the horse was talking about none other than the camel, and he wanted to know from the three animals what that particular animal was saying about the work. The ox came in between and said, "Sir, he says nothing. He says hump only. And sir, he won't plow." Okay? The jinn says, "Very good. I'll hump him if you will kindly wait for a minute." Here, plow means turn up the earth with a plow, and hump means carry something heavy with difficulty. So what genie is saying actually here, that if the three animals wait for some time, he is going to carry that animal with long neck and long leg by his ear, and will assign some work to him. So this was actually a promise done by genie. Means when the three animals who complained to their master about that animal for this idleness, the master did not do anything. The genie came to the rescue of three animals and promised them that he will do something to solve the problem. So he rolled into the dust of cloud and went in search of the camel. When he moved around about the desert, he found that the camel was looking at his own reflection in the pool of water. Reflection means, you can say, image. So in ancient days, in old days, when there was no mirror, the people used water or any water body to see their image, to see their reflection. So here, that camel was also looking at his own reflection. It shows that the camel was very, very proud of his back, his plain back, and he was very, very proud of on his look. So, as requested by the by the three animals, genie went to the camel and tried to convince the camel for work. But camel knew no manners. He replied with the same word, hump. Jinn tried again and said, "You have not worked since Monday, and now it is Thursday. You will have to work for 3 extra days now." As we all know that the animals had started working for the man since Monday, and for the last 3 days the camel had not worked anything for the man, and that's why here the genie actually was asking the camel to compensate his loss, his laziness, by doing the extra work for 3 days. The camel's answer was only hump. Okay. The angry jinn warned the camel not to say the same word hump again. Okay. Because see, when that jinn was trying to convince the camel to work for the man and come out of his laziness, the camel was irritating the jinn by saying hum and hum and hum again and again. So the jinn became angry and he warned him that if you say hump once again, you are going to be punished. But the camel did the same. He said hump once again. And as soon as he said hump, his back started to puff and form a big hump on his back. Okay, his back started to puff to go a certain direction and it made a hill like structure on his plain back. The camel started crying and said, "Oh jinn, with this hump on my neck, how will I work?" Okay, see dear students, earlier the camel was like this with plain back, but now the camel had a hump on his back and his back is little So the camel was worried what he would do with his hump on his back, on his neck. The genie consoled the hump by saying that the hump has a purpose. You always said hump, and that's why you got a hump on your neck. Okay? And because of this hump, you will be able to work for 3 extra days. As the beginning of my presentation, dear students, I told you that the camel can work for many days without eating and without drinking because of the hump. And this is what he says, that this hump will be beneficial for you, that you will be able to work for 3 extra days because of the hump. Okay? This hump will provide you with food for 3 days. As I told you, that hump actually is a reservoir of fat, and when the food is not available in the desert, that the camel can survive by consuming all the fat actually. And he requested once again, asked the camel to come out of the desert and start your work. So as a punishment, the jinn gave camel a hump, and he told him that this hump would be beneficial for you to do the extra work for 3 days, as he has lost the work for 3 days while not doing any work from Monday to Wednesday. Now camel started working. Okay, so camel came out of the desert after being asked by the jinn and started working. You now say hump instead of hump, so that camel won't feel bad. That's why the spelling is changed. This is what the writer is saying, very funny, very in a humorous way, that the spelling of hump is changed into hump. So it is only because of that camel would not mind it, but the camel still has not learned how to behave, and this lesson he has not learned, that his idleness has caused him a hump on his back, and he could not actually complete the 3 days extra work, and that is still pending. So what do we learn from the story? We learn, never behave arrogantly. Okay, the camel was arrogant in his behavior, so he was punished like that. Never waste your time. He was wasting the time, and because of that he had been given extra work. Third thing that we learn from the story, don't be idle or don't be lazy, because laziness can cause great damage to you, great problems to you, and this has happened to the camel as well. We have seen that. And fourth thing that we learn about from the story, don't run away from your work, don't escape, don't try to escape from your work, because work is to be done. And last one is very important, always help others. So these are what we can learn from the story, from what had done to the camel. Okay, and this is what we can learn from the story, and I hope the story is very clear to all. So thank you very much. Goodbye.